Hey y'all, this is part 2 of my video. I was looking at Miss Bunny and Jell's one night part 1-1. I couldn't get through the whole thing because my computer wasn't downloading right. It was pretty good now. So it downloaded, and I'm going to start where I left off. She was talking about her fantasies with the stud. Wow, impressive, boo. All right, here we go. Miss Bunny and Jell.
We're still women, Mom. Just wait till the clothes come off. Whether I'm a stud or not, I guarantee you will fall over the edge of ecstasy tonight. So
I want to too.
I smile at her playfully. She smiles back and relaxes a bit, seemingly comforted by my words. You are so fucking sexy, young mama. As I remove her sports bra and expose her large, bare breasts, her eyes twinkle. Her hard nipples stare up at me, and I simply cannot resist taking a handful of her left breast in my right hand and squeezing it softly, pinching her nipple tenderly but firmly enough to cause her body to react to me. With my left hand, I slip her boxers down her legs, exposing her pussy to me. It's right in my face. I puff hard on the blunt, inhale deeply, and close my eyes. She smells so fucking good. It seems that when you're high, every smell is so intense. I couldn't get enough. I exhale. She immediately closes her eyes, seemingly turned on by watching me enjoy her. She struggles to open her eyes, but they react as if they're glued shut. I continue massaging her breast until after her boxers are safely on the floor. Then I slip my index finger of my right hand between her thick pussy lips. Blunt in left hand. The moistness is almost breathtaking.
I wonder, you can download on YouTube?
Lips and allow it to gently stroke the apex of her clit on the way in and out. She places her hands on my shoulders for stability, and I pull her closer to me as I scoot to the edge of the sofa. She coos warmly, almost like that of a dove. I lean forward and kiss her stomach just below the belly button. The feeling of her bare skin on my lips is invigorating. She's a big girl, and I love that shit. I was never very attracted to very skinny or slim women. I like that meat. The pleasure is intense, though, and I feel as though I'm barely alive. She manages to open her eyes slightly, and she watches intently as my head moves closer to her awaiting nipple, my eyes locked on hers. I know expectancy builds inside her stomach because she is slowly releasing her weight into my hands, anticipating the inevitable. My soft pink lips encompass her nipple, and I can sense electric waves of pleasure surge through her body, causing a mass flow of lubrication to be forced out of her and onto my strategically placed finger. She moans and her knees weaken. I immediately stand up and face her, catching her mid-fall. She opens her eyes and stares directly into mine. I fling her arms around my neck, hit the blunt, inhale, and lean in to give her a shotgun. As our lips meet, fireworks, waterfalls of Niagara, orchestras, choirs, and every other blissful entity began to erupt all at once. As I retract my lips from her, I watch as she exhales. I pass the blunt to her and allow her to smoke until she's content. When she's nice and high, I place it on the nightstand in the ashtray. The smell of weed and cinnamon is unlike anything I've ever smelled before, and that shit is toxic, to say the least. I smile at her and we make our way to the bed. I lay her down and delicately stand between her open legs. I lean down and begin kissing her inner thigh as I remove my jeans and boxers. She moans for me. I climb onto the bed and kneel between her legs, and at the same time I remove my sports bra. Can I touch you? She says hesitantly. You better, I say jokingly. We both giggle and she begins to massage my breast. It feels so good to be touched. I nearly lose my composure. I use my knees and lightly push her legs further apart. I place my hands on either side of her body for stability. My body hovers over her and I stare seductively into her eyes as if I would die if I ever looked away. She puts her hands on the back of my neck and pulls my face closer to hers. We kiss passionately, deeply. The world stops spinning. The music stops playing. It's just us in this moment, lost, never to be found. I never wanted it to end, but I couldn't give her too much too soon. I raise my head and look into her eyes with an intensity that I didn't even know existed, distracting her from noticing that my hand is leisurely making its way down her stomach. I place my entire hand over her pussy, and with my middle and ring finger I gently press the area directly beneath her clitoris. Her body jolts slightly. She gasps. Her eyes grow wide. She whimpers, and my hand is nearly soaked with her dew. I gently stroke her body with the same hand, coming close enough to her pearls and really cause her to scream aloud, but veering away from me enough to calm her down. With each stroke, she is more and more obliged by the I lift my head and see see that I am face to face
Hello?
with her yet again. Just looking at her drives me wild.
This is Makara.
I slide my legs amid hers again, forcing her to open them wide enough for me to fit comfortably between them.
Good, how are you?
I rest my pelvis on hers and gently press into her pussy with mine. Feeling the pressure of me against her pussy causes a small eruption into her corridors of love, and her body begins to shiver with excitement.
Yes.
I grind seductively to the music, hovering in the atmosphere with my head close to her mouth. I can hear her
Up for a little bit.
She places her hands on my ass.
I was gonna do something with makeup because
I raise my head and once again
I have a
stare
good
into those
complexion and my eyes are, you know, light, so if somebody told me that I would be doing good with like CoverGirl or anything with makeup.
Her hands instantaneously dive into my mane.
No.
She begins to caress large handfuls. I close my eyes, tilt my head backwards slightly, giving way to the light tug of her hand, and I bite my lips seductively.
I'm about 5'6".
Alright, so that's part 1-1. Next video is going to be part 1-2, which is going to finish this this part of the story, and then part 2 is going to come after that. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned, alright? Flip side.
Okay. Yes, I do. That wouldn't be able to work because I work Friday and Saturday. 12:30. How long does the audition take? Saturday. I would believe I have to do it Saturday. Saturday will probably work. Saturday will work. Yes. Give me 1 second.